Okay, so we had one question, no, that was we were given an array. Okay, we did this in offline, so those who had missed, okay, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Okay, and it had indicing 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. So what was given to you was this array was given to you. Okay, then size of this array was given to you, that was n, and you were given a number k. Okay, this k could range from 1 till n. Its value could be between this, right? Don't you all agree with me? Did you understand what this input means? What they gave you this data and they told you for this k what you have to do is you have to swap the kth element in the array with the last but kth element of the array. Did you get that? If k is equal to, let's say, 2, what they want you to do is 1 2, this is the second element, you have to swap it with the last but 2th element. This swap you have to do. Did you get that? So your answer would have been something like 1 6 3 4 5 2 and 7. This is understandable? Yes or no in the chat? Right. So should I code this out, or let's say I'll get a bit deep on it. Okay, so when I talk about kth element, no, your array is zero based. So when I say kth element, where this kth element is located in the array, which index? Array is zero based, right? If I say second element, it is located at which index in the chat? Second element, Apurva. Second element, which is 2. What is its index if you want to access? Right. So if it is k, it is 1. If k is 3, where will it be? So if k is n, where it will be? If k was n, where it will be? Uh, right. So for any element k, can't you say it is located at k minus 1th position in the array or in the vector, because it's zero based. Hmm? Right. So this is your kth element. Okay. So Apurva, what I asked was where the kth element will be there. You know that array is zero based, right, Apurva? Okay. So if I say second element, you will say this is the second element, right? 2. So if you want to access the second element, what will you do? You will write the name of the array and you will write 1, no? What output will it will give you 2 as the output. So can you write ARR of k here and get 2? Will you get that? If you write ARR of k, that will be same as ARR of 2, right? Which is equal to what? 3, which is not your kth element, it is not your second element, it is your third element actually, right? So your kth element in zero based indexed array is present at k minus 1th position, And they asked you another question, that you have to swap your kth element with last but kth element, which means from the last, if you go, this is your first element, this is your second element, right? Kth element, you have to swap these two guys, these two elements you have to swap. So it will become 1 5 3 4 2 6, right? Don't you think this will be the case? Right. Okay, so this will be the swap. So what you have to do, you have to just they have, when Geeks for Geeks, what they have done, you have a void function. In that there is some function named as, let's say, foo. They have given you the array, they have given you n, they have given you k in parameter. Okay, some data is given to you, and you have to fill this function, right? What you have to do is, you have to write some swapping logic here. Okay, you know how to swap two numbers, right? So can't you swap two array elements? Can't you do that? Okay, before that I forgot. Last but kth element, right? Where this guy will be located? Will it be located at n minus k? If you see n, no, 1 2 3 4 5 6, n is 6, and if k is 2, and if k is 2, it will be 4. 0 1 2 3 4 and 5, right? 6 minus 2, if you do, you will come here. So directly you are getting your correct index position, right? If you do n minus k, don't you think? Because n is there, and from n k positions you have to come back. N is here actually, you know. Wait a second. N is here. N is here. This is n minus 1, right? So you are one position ahead, right? So if you do k position, if you come back, if you do n minus k, you will come here, right? That minus 1 plus 1 and all, you have to sometimes manage when you're working with indices. You have to see it in your paper and you'll get to know. Did you guys understand this? Everybody, anybody who joined late understood what I meant? You have to code this out. When I'm going to code, you have to code this out, okay? 3 problems you are going to solve. All of them you have to code. Fine, right? I guess Amisha is new. Did you understand, Amisha? No? What you didn't understand, please tell me. You know what arrays are, how indices work and all? Okay, so which part you didn't understand? K element which is at, if you want the kth element, it is located at k minus 1 or n minus k part, you didn't understand. K minus 1 part, okay, fine. So what, how arrays work is, see, you have some elements, right? 0 1, all who joined late, please listen to it now. Okay, 4, very important, 5 6 7 8. This first element has been assigned an index 0, this second element is assigned an index 1, third element is assigned an index 2, and it goes on 3 4 5 6 7 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, right? It's better if I do some changes here, or else you guys will get this. Okay, so if you want to access this element, Amisha, what will you do? You will write ARR of 0. You do this, you specify the name of your array. This array's name is ARR. Okay, you specify this array's name. Inside square brackets you write the index of that element, which is 0 if you want the first element, right? Don't you think this will give you an output as 4? Similarly, if you do ARR of 2, it will output you 16, right? Okay, so if I say I want you to find I want you to access second element of the array, second element, don't think about indices. I want to first element, second element, this element I want you to access, right? Which means second element means ARR of what? If you do 2, let's say second element, if you do just 2, like directly if you write 2, it will not give you the second element, it will give you the third element instead, 16, right? But your second element is actually present at index position 1, which is 8, right? Understood? So if I say, hey, you want to find the second element, your index of that second element will be 2 minus 1, right? What you will do is ARR of 2 minus 1, and this will give you an output of what? 8. 2 minus 1 is equal to 1, no? So that will become A of 1, which is 8. So you get the correct output. Did you understand? Okay. Okay, Shamita is typing. Shamita, did you understand? Right. Now let's say, okay, let's say I generalize it to, now I want to access kth element. K is also like a number. Okay, don't think of something rocket science. K is a number. K is like a variable. K is a variable. It will have some value. Its value is going to change every time. Let's say I give k value as 3. What it says is that I want to find the third element when k is equal to 3. Like kth element, where the kth element would be if k is equal to 3, I want to access the third element. This thing, and this thing, right? This 3 is inside this k, right? So where will it be? Where your index position will be for the third element? Won't it be at k minus 1 as I did here? Yes or no? Right. Right. So that's that. Now what they say is that, okay, you have the kth element. They want you to swap it with the last but kth element, right? This is from the beginning, the second element. From the last second element is which? Or like from the beginning third element is 16, and from the last third element is what? 1, 2, 3. This guy, right? 24. I messed up certain things here. Okay, this is not 24, this is 2 and 4. Okay, at the 5th index 2 is there, 6th index 4 is there. So last but third element is what? This guy, and its index position is 6. How will you find that is the question, right? Last but this thing. So you know the size of your array, which is n, right? Which is, this is n minus 1, this is n, right? Which is beyond it. So if you say, if I come k positions back, right, 3 positions back. If I do something like n minus k, won't you get your index of your last but third element? Like if I do n minus 3, in this case it is 9 minus 9 minus 3, which is 6, right? See, this element I have to swap with this guy, sorry, this guy. Did you understand what the question is asking you? Yes or no? Amisha, did you understand, or do you want me to repeat it again? I don't have any problem to repeat, so please feel free. You understood, no? Okay. So let's say, do you know how to swap two numbers? Everybody, swap two numbers. Same logic can't you apply here for arrays? Right. If you have something like 1 2 3 4 5 6, your n is equal to 6, your k is equal to, let's say, 3, your array's name is ARR. Okay, now they are asking you k is equal to 3, means you have to swap this guy with this guy, right? What you could do is keep a variable temp. Inside temp, keep this guy 3. Okay, now for this guy 3, at this guy's position 0 1 2, which is ARR of 2, you put this guy's value ARR of what, 0 1 2 3, right? And at this guy's value, at this guy's position, which is ARR of 3, put this guy's position, this guy's value, which is now actually it is lost. We have replaced 2 with this guy's position with this guy's value, right? But you have saved it in a temp variable, so you can do that. I hope this was clear, right? So now you have to generalize. No, you are given variables, you can't write 2 3 like that and all, right? So what is this temp? Temp is equal to ARR of k minus 1, correct? K minus 1. Then ARR of last but kth element, you have to replace it the value which was present at this position, right? That is true, but for this position what you have to replace it with, which was present at last but the kth position, right? This value should be put into this guy's box, right? So can't I say ARR of k minus 1 is equal to ARR of n minus k, and then ARR of n minus k is equal to temp, right? This is all that you have to write there in GFG, and it will pass. What I'll do is I'll code it. Everybody, open your laptop and code it with me. And if you don't know, then it's of no use. Watch the stream. I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay. See. Up here you can see right now. I don't have. That's an issue, right? Thing is, it's high time that you buy one. Like you have a laptop, or right now you are in a position where you don't have the laptop? Okay, okay, fine, but go home and try it out, okay? Please do that. So you have already solved, no? How many of you all have actually solved this problem? Yes, all of you were there, I guess, except Abhijna, Amisha, Apurva, Shreya, and Shamita. Except these people, everybody were there in the offline session. Right. Okay, that's fine. Okay, for now, just see what is happening. Okay, I'm going to declare a variable temp. Okay, in that I'm going to store what was present at k minus 1th position. Right, then what I'll do is for k minus 1th positionth element, I'm going to replace it with n minus kth element, last but kth element. This much is clear. Everybody, yes or no? Amisha, Abhijna. Amisha, is it clear to you? Because you are finding it a bit difficult, no? Amisha, you have a laptop, no? You try if you have one. Okay, and for the element which was at n minus k position, you replace it with temp, right, which was your k minus 1th element, original k minus 1th element. Now if I just submit this, it will pass. Okay, passed. So all of you understood this problem? Apurva, did you code it out on the Geeks for Geeks? You got an accepted verdict? Okay. How many of you all finished coding it out? Only one, na? Rest okay, I know. Shamita, Shreya, did you code it out? Karthik is moderator. It's fine. Okay, code. I'm going to give you 3-4 minutes. If any issue is there, tell us. Okay, here is the code. Don't just copy paste it. If you are not understanding any part, ask us. done everybody? I'll paste the code here. Didn't copy paste, no? Did you understand the logic properly, everybody? This thing and all, you don't worry, okay? Pointer and all, you can just treat it as an array only. Amisha, done. Move into the next problem after this. Okay, so next problem. In the next problem, what it was given to us is like, you have a string, okay? String is a collection of characters or like words. So what they did was, let's say they gave something like this: geeks, some space is there for geeks. What they want you to do is, in your resultant string, they want you to ignore all these spaces out. You have to remove all these spaces out. If some spaces were behind this also, you have to remove them. After this, some spaces were there, you have to remove them, right? And it should become geeks for geeks, right? Did you understand the question? All the spaces you have to remove which are there in the string. How many of you all are familiar with string object? Do you remember how strings are declared in C++? Something like this: string s is equal to something 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 semicolon. Do you remember this? I had taught you a long back ago, right? And the way to access any character in a string is same as how you access in an array. All string positions are also 0 based, indiced. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 goes to n minus 1, right? Understood? Yeah, all of you remember, no, how strings are there? Yes or no in the chat? Or you want me to revise it again for you? Everybody. Only 8 people are there, come on. Okay, Amisha, what I'll do is I'll give you a brief on strings. Did you understand how to declare strings in C++? It's something like this: string s is equal to, if you write something like geeks for geeks, this will create a string. Wait a second. Online JDB. And if I do cout s /n is to go into the next line. See, it will print you hello world, right? If you want to access the, let's say, this character which is at 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sixth index, right? So if you do s of 6, it will print you w. Similarly, if you want to find how much characters are there in this string, you can do s dot size. See, 11. And as same as arrays, your last element is located at n minus 1th position. Do you know this, Amisha? That in your arrays, in your vectors, or arrays or vectors or anything of that order, your last element is present at n minus 1th position, because k, when k is equal to n, I told you, no, your kth element is at n minus 1 position. Similarly, in strings, your last character is positioned at n minus 1th, and your n you can find by s dot size. And if you want to, let's say, access the last character, because I am not saying it is equivalent to a vector, it's similar to how vectors work. It's dynamic in nature. String objects are dynamic in nature, like how vectors are. Okay, so if I run this, you will get D. See. Okay, so this is done. Did you understand, everybody? Did you get a brief overall on how strings are? Everybody, quick. Amisha, did you understand how strings are declared, all these things in C++? Okay, I'll go to that problem now. See, now if you see here, see, they have given you a string like this. You have to remove all these spaces out. See, and this should be your output. See, again, this string was given all the spaces you have to remove, and this should be your output. Okay, so you are given a string in your function. String is passed to your function. Okay, string is passed to your function, and you have to remove spaces from this string and return a new string back to this function. That is all you have to do. No other things and all. Reading the string, declaring the string, all these things are not necessary. String is already given to you. You have to do some changes into this s and return it back. You can do changes to this s itself, or you can create a new string without spaces and return, because it is asking a string object back. That's it. Do you understand what I am telling you here, everybody? You know, right, how functional programming works. I have talked about functions a long back ago. I can't repeat that again and again. You have to go and watch my previous sessions on YouTube, or you can watch any resource video that you would like to. These are basics. I am not going to go back into basics now again for you people. You guys need to learn by yourself. Okay. Did you understand what I meant? How the input format is on Geeks for Geeks. A string is provided to you in the function. You have to make some modification and return that string back. Many of you used character arrays to solve this problem, which is fine. I guess Kritika used character arrays to solve this problem. Then I asked her to use string objects. Any problem, Kritika, in working with string objects on your end? So work with string objects, because Geeks for Geeks is giving you in string object format, and most of the platforms will give you in the format of string objects. Character arrays are a bit of pain as me. Okay, so let's see what we can do actually. Okay, so you have a string, some spaces are there. You know, some spaces are there. You have to ignore these spaces, right, out. Right, you have to ignore all these spaces out. So don't you think that you have to process this string now? You have to run into your string again iteration into the string, traverse your string like how you traverse an array using loop, using some for loop. Right now that is not necessary, even I don't know what that is. We'll not use inbuilt functions to solve this problem for now. Don't you agree with me that we have to traverse into the string? Everybody. Hmm. Amisha, did you understand that I have to traverse into my string? Amisha, Samita, Shreya, because these people were not there, no, that day in offline. Even Abhij. Right, you want to traverse into, you have to traverse into your string. Okay, so tell me, if I have, let's say, one logic I'm using, I'm keeping a resultant string which is empty. Okay, empty, nothing is there in it, not even a space, nothing is there. I'm going to build my final string. My final string will be stored in this variable result, in this string result. Okay, so let's say I'm traversing in my string, geeks for geeks. Okay, whenever I encounter a space, this space is at index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 characters are there, length of this string is 16. Okay, whenever I encounter a space, don't you think I should not add it to my result? Right? Right? Don't you think? Hmm? Everybody? Whenever there is a space, I shouldn't add it to my result, right? It shouldn't be there in my result. Hmm? Yes or no? Okay, so I have to ignore this space. Ignore. Okay, fine. I come here. Again, it is a space. Ignore. Don't add. Again, it is a space. Ignore. Don't add. Now it is a character. It is not a space. What I have to do is, the result was empty. What I do is I add this guy there. G. Okay, done. I come to E. It's not a space. I add this guy. Again, I come here. It's not a space. It's a character. I add it here. Again, I come here. It's not a space. It's a character. I add it here. I come here now. I'm running into my string. I'm traversing it. Okay, like an array. One by one, I'm going to process each character in this string. S is there. It's not a space. Done. I add it. Okay, at index position 8, it's a space. I don't add it. 9, it's a space. Don't add it. 10, it's a space. Don't add it. F is not a space. Add it. O, not a space. Add it. R is not a space. Add it. 14 space. Don't. 15 space. Don't. 16 space. Don't. For loop breaks out. Done. You have your answer. Understood? It was very simple question. I expected every one of you to do it. Internals was there fine, but still, this was given to you when you had holidays, Dasara holidays, as far as I know. How much lazy you people are! You can see here. See, I'm not wanting to be a lecturer for you people, to tell you that you don't solve anything. See, 25th of October this is. I guess it was holidays during that time, I guess so. Some holidays you had. Your internals were postponed in that, to back myself up. It was postponed also. Still you didn't do. You are lazy dev, but you have achieved things, bro. They are starting up. You know, when I was of your age, I wasn't like this. At least I used to try. See, don't expect us to do everything for you, okay? Like this, nobody will come and teach you problem solving. Each and every question, all these. See, it's not an issue if you go into submissions section, see others code and understand what is happening. Okay, then what you have to do is you see that, then you go and code it by yourself. Then you will run into issues, then you will come up with a solution somehow. If you are facing any issues, you can create a query. No, out of you 8 people, only Navya creates queries. Rest of you don't do only. I guess Kritika did yesterday. Rest of you don't do only. You are not even seen. You come to the sessions, but you don't create a query. I don't know what's the problem. Nishkal is to do it before. Now he has also left. I don't know what's the issue. You guys are so responsive in the sessions, but you are not creating queries. I don't know what's the problem. That said, this is understood, no? What I did here. Ignoring the spaces when it's not a space, add it to your, what do you say, resultant stream. Correct. And one more thing, this is for specifically for Amisha. Okay, Amisha, if I ask you, this string is there, hello world, I want to add a space. Okay, sorry, I want to add a character to the end of it. You know, one more character to the end of it. I can do it like this. Okay, s is equal to s plus a, and if I do c out s, see, you added a character here. Now let's say I had another string res, it is empty. Okay, I want to add something to it. I can do that like this also. I want to update that res now. Res is equal to res plus a, c out res slash n. See, you added a character to an empty string. Now it is having a character. It, the string's size changed from 0 to 1. It is dynamic in nature. Now you had asked me in character arrays you have to specify your size, right? Either you specify your size or it already computes it if you initialize it there and then itself, right? In the middle you can't do ARR plus equal to, those things and all are not allowed, right? You see, many of you might be in C section. Okay, C section people, many around you code. Okay, Sana codes, Satsim codes, then Niskal codes. Rakshit is there, I guess, so in your class. He is a very good coder. Today is not here. Okay, many people code. You have to network with these people, talk to them. They might be a bit, what do you say, sometimes you feel it's inapproachable, but you have to take that step if you want to grow. Okay, at the end you have to think about how you can grow in life. You can't stay back and sit like that, you know. You have to talk to people. When I called for that offline session, half of you didn't come, right? Nobody came. Like, that is the place where you will find people, no, where you can speak with them, you know. Okay, that internal was there, I understand, but none of you came. Only Navya was there, I guess. So Navya and Nishkal were there that day. The Kritika was also there. I didn't see you. I don't know who it was. Who was who? So sorry about that. And Nitin was also there, but he's not here today, so I didn't specify. See, Nitin had puja. It was his birthday, but he still came. Clarice was there, Akshata was there. See, I know. Now I remember, yeah. See, we can't, organize offline sessions every now and then, you know. We can't call you every time. See, I know that Wednesday you guys are free. Okay, sorry, Thursday, Wednesday. What we'll do is there is a GDSC room that is almost ready. From next week onwards, mostly I'll be sitting there, me and Anish or something like that. We'll be sitting in that room and we'll be doing our work. So if you are free, you can come there and solve with this. Okay. You can't sit 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. I don't know, bro. Like we could go early also. We don't mind. See, we are not. I can't call you every week, no. It's not possible. Like, see, next week we have tech quiz. After that week, Skeptics is organizing C++ sessions. That is good. We are encouraging everything. Right. We don't want any clashes with any other clubs and all. You know, we respect everyone here. We want you to grow also. 3 to 5 means it's not just for GDSC only. Other clubs are also there, right? We have to think about it also. Forgot, bro. Because there are so many things that are going on, I'm forgetting some other stuff also. Yeah, talk about it, okay. Get a, what do you say, a dedicated Wi-Fi there with full range. Okay, okay, come back to the topic now. Amisha, did you understand this? What I did here? You don't think I'm targeting you, okay? That you don't know. It's nothing like that. Rest of these people are also bozos. They don't solve challenges also. So don't worry. You guys are all the same. Except Navya. Hmm. Not really. She has, except you. You have solved every challenge. See, she has solved every challenge till now. What she did was she asked queries. Every time she used to ask queries, she used to ask hints and all. We gave her, and she finished it. You see. Where did you ask the doubt? Tell me. Where did you ask queries? Where did you ask? Very people. Even Navya had internals. Hmm. King X20 is dead, bro. Now. Amisha, did you understand what I did here? This is string appending. Okay. Appending a character to a string. Okay, now let's go back here. Hmm? Okay, one more thing in strings. If you want to traverse a string, how can you do it? For int I is equal to 0, I less than s dot size. Okay, size of the string. I plus plus, like how you travel in an array. See out s of I if you do. I'll print a space after everything. Now if you see, it will print you the string hello world. You see, two extra spaces are there because in between one space was there, and after each character I print another space, right? That is why it is spaced apart. See, A I added, A also has come. Original string was modified. Amisha, did you understand how we travel in a string? And how I access characters here? Okay. So that is the prerequisite that you need to solve this problem. Okay, fine. Okay, so I told you we need a resultant string, right? I'll declare that this res, it is empty. Okay, now I will travel in my string. Each and every character I am going to travel. I less than s dot size, I plus plus. Okay, now I told you if it is a space, if your s of I is a space. Do nothing. Do nothing. Else, if it's not a space, res is equal to res wait. Who is talking in general now? Ah, res plus sfi. Right. You are appending to your string when it's not a space. You are appending to your resultant string. Isn't that what I was doing here? Don't you think this is exactly what I was doing here? Right? Yes or no? Yeah, that is fine. That is, we will go into it. Don't worry. They need to understand. No, directly if I write else, these are like optimization of ifs. It saves you clock cycles and all. Okay, fine. But when we teach a newbie, you all understood this pseudo code. Everybody else, rapa, everybody should reply. Yeah, man, these like Watrashi, we shouldn't give inbuilt functions, no. See, is that code easy or this code is more readable? Tell me. You are understanding my pseudocode or Anish's code? Tell me. Tell him. Out of the blue, if he sends that, won't you feel, huh? Okay, everybody understood. Amisha, Shamit, Ashreya, did you guys understand? See, I'm calling you because you guys didn't come. That is the reason. And Apurva, obviously. Okay, so I'll code it out. So if my s of I is equal to a space, see, it's not just like this you write and leave, okay? See it properly. What happened, man? See, it's not, just write this and leave. It's this and a space in the middle. This is a white space. And many of you do this. S of I is equal to this thing. This is not correct. S of I is of a type character. This is a string. Okay. You enclose your strings within double quotes. You enclose your characters inside a single quote. This is a character. This is a string with a character. Okay. You guys understood the difference here? Everybody, very important. I have seen many codes in solution submissions. Sometimes you write this, or in queries you have done this. Even Navya was doing this. things inside double quotes are strings. Things inside a single quote are a character. There will be a type conflict if you do this. Okay, so a space, if it is a space, do nothing else. If S of I is not equal to a space, res is equal to res plus S of I. Return res, because why? They asked you to return a string, right? And I'm returning a string. So let's see. If you do this, nothing happens. If you leave it like this only, I hope so, nothing happens. See, it's not an issue. See, if you, it compiles. Even if you do a submit, it works, passes. You can write something like as continue keyword. What happens is, if it is a space, okay, continue, go to the next iteration of my loop. You can write that. Okay, that is one thing. Optimizations I'm going to tell you. Okay, that if you know that if S of I was, is equal to a space, you just continue, fine. If it wasn't equal to a space, you are sure that it was a character, right? If S of I wasn't a space, you are sure that it is a character, right? At any point of time in my traversal, yes or no? Reply. So is it necessary for me to again check else if S of I is not equal to a space? I can omit this part out. I can just do else res plus res is equal to res plus S of I. Yes or no? That's done. Okay. You can do that, yeah. You could keep a counter variable here. Int count is equal to 0. If you do count plus plus here, you could do cout count. See, this is how you learn. See, there are 13 characters in Geeks for Geeks. Understood? So I removed a if part out. I omitted. I'll make it more interesting now. Remove this out. If your S of I is not equal to a space, I'll do res is equal to res plus S of I. Don't you think this is correct? If it was a space, do nothing, go next, nothing happens. If it was a space, no check, nothing you do, go to the next iteration. No need of again another else, if part and all. Don't you think? Everybody? Yes or no? So you are seeing now how I am reducing my lines of code. Now if I submit this, this will also pass. See? So I teach you how to code it in 3 different approaches. Everybody understood? Shamita, Shreya, then Amisha, Abhisnaya, you all understood? You can treat it as a space only, your tab space. What is there in that? Instead of four spaces or something, you are going to skip each time. How many? One tab space is how much? Four spaces. Okay, four. So four more iterations you'll do for a single space. Or you could nothing. Same it is. Like if you don't want four more iterations, then you have to write a while loop, then do your I plus equal to 4, all these things and all. With indices we don't usually, I don't care about much about clock cycles, but in industries also that's important. Let's say if it was a tab space, you had 4 spaces up front, now you have to increment your counter by 4, no? That and all will be a bit, what do you say, too much right now. It's too much for me itself. Your iterator should go 4 spaces front, no? Which is doing I plus plus. So take care of here. Now what I am telling is, if there were 4 spaces, okay, see here. If there were 4 spaces, okay, you found out, how will you understand if it is a tab space only in a string? Write a code, Anish. Okay, write a code. Write a code in C++ to remove tab spaces. S of I is equal to this thing, you'll get like that. No. One character can't have multiple. I don't think that is possible. /t. Let's see. Let's experiment. Can I do this? Is the question. No, I think you can. Hey, don't get overwhelmed, everybody. These people don't have, what do you say, patience. They want to do their stuff in a session for newbies. Bear with us. All Adhika Prasanga will do now. I think is how will I understand. Okay, fine. I'll put A. I can't understand. No, wait a second. Strings are immutable in this thing, so I can do that. Nice. पूरा फट गया ब्रो, देख. But I have just sorry. See how it is. See, it happens. There is a escape sequence character, there is a tab space character also, no? But can you do it like this though? How you said /t is fine, but can you do a check like this? S of I is equal to 1 2 3 4. Let me do this.
No, rather than doing the 4 thing, just put /t. No, it's going to be in the same thing,
what
right?
you said was, I'll try with this. No, /t will work. That will give you true.
Then I guess you cannot use single quotes. You need to use double quotes, I guess, in this case. Probably, I think so.
No, you can.
Yeah, you need to,
If you see here, no, you can
no,
for /n also. You can do /n.
No, check the double quotes. Change the single quotes to double quotes.
That will give you type conflict.
I doubt. Let's see.
1 2 3 4, because res is of type character. No, now it will give a type conflict. You see,
Okay,
comparison
okay.
between pointer and integer.
Yeah, just use /t then in that case.
/t will give you hello. See hello.
Yeah, okay, that works.
Sorry, off topic. Sorry for wasting your time. But I hope you guys understood what we were doing there. Okay.
What we did basically was we checked for like what's it tab spaces because space is a single space. So tab spaces has that four different spaces, right? What which he has showed.
You
So
can
in order to
compare a
actually
space.
overcome that,
You can compare a space like this, but you can't compare, what do you say, like S of I is equal to this space. You can compare, okay, fine, but S of I is equal to this you can't do. Okay, four spaces are one tab space, right? So you could do this. S of I is equal to slash t, and also you have to be sure that at that index position you had inserted slash t. It shouldn't be, it won't, if you had four spaces, no, it won't say like S of I is having a slash t. It will only consider it as a space if you hadn't put your input in that manner. Okay,
Hmm.
that is fine. Everybody, did you understand this code? Yes or no? Not complicated much. Yes or no? Everybody, reply. Sorry for that. Okay, let's go to the big one, the big question. Ah, you coded this out, huh? Question, big question. Did you guys code this out? I didn't put a semicolon. That is for class, no? Forgive me. So I'll go to the new question. Everybody coded, no? झूठ बोलोगे ना, छोड़ूंगा नहीं. Hey, I want to know whether you coded or not. You need to get familiar with the traversing strings and all. Did you code? If you didn't code it, I'm going to wait. Yeah, boh. See this code. It is actually simple though, if you understand it. Did you guys code or not? Reply, man, reply. No, not this question. Previous one which I explained. Deepavali. Anybody who has to go for crackers? बम फोड़ने जाना है क्या किसी को? थोड़ा 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 सबर करो शमिता. This is an interesting problem. So this, listen to this question properly, okay? Huh? You have a string. So in that, if you have In this, how many vowels are there? 1, A, E, I, O, U, right? Yes or no? Correct. How many vowels are there in this? A, E, I, O, U, right? What they are asking you is swap the vowels. For this A, the farthest vowel for this A is U. Swap these two. For this E, farthest vowel is O. Swap these two. Now for this I, you don't have any vowels, so keep it as it is. So your final string should look like this. F, A is swapped with U. R as it is, H as it is, E swapped with O. H as it is, I is not swapped with anything, R. O was swapped with E, so E comes here. H is not swapped with anything, but U was swapped with A. This should be a final string result. Understood? Understood the question? Yes or no? Okay. So what you have to do, if you just think, no, A is a vowel in this string, E is a vowel, I is a vowel, O is a vowel, and U is a vowel, right? These are the vowels which are there in the strings, in the string, not just the vowels which are there. In the string, which and all vowels are there, I am going to find out. Okay, first. Okay, this I find. Understood? Yes or no? I find the vowels which have occurred in this string and I append it to a new vowel string and find the vowel string in their relative order. You see, A is coming before E is coming before I is coming before O is coming before U. Correct order is maintained in the string. Okay. So don't you think what I could do is just that when I meet this guy A, no, if he is a vowel, I'm just going to replace this A with this U, last guy U. When I come to this E, I can just replace this E with this O. Don't you think that I can do that? Now for this I replace this guy with this I, and for this O I replace it with this E, and for this U I replace it with this A. Don't you think that is the solution? Simple solution. Don't you think that is what we can do? Yes or no? Understand the, don't say simply yes. If you have any doubt, tell me. Nishkal, did you understand? Shreya, did you understand? Because for every character you are swapping with the last vowel, no? That is why I am going to the last for every character. Whenever I encounter a vowel, I am going to find the last character in my vowel string. I replace it with that guy, then I shift the last guy to this guy. I'll point here. When I again encounter this next vowel, I am going to replace it with this guy and I am going to again shift it here. Understood? Yes or no? Yes or no? Everybody? Very important session. Only 8 people are there today. Good luck. Hey, tell all of your friends who have missed, okay, to see the recordings, or you guys tell them. You guys teach them at least. Nishal, did you understand, bro? Shreya, did you understand? I had fever today. I am taking session. तुम लोग नहीं आते हो. कमाल है भाई. I'm doing this because it is part of the quiz. Okay, I'm going to ask questions in the quiz smartly. तो ये समझ के मत बैठो कि simply I'm taking session here. पैसा पैसा मिलेगा पैसा. How many of you all have been qualified? How many teams are there among here who have qualified for the tech quiz? Yeah, where is your team? They are not there for today's session. You are the decoy. What busy bro? On a what do you say? Assignment ah. Assignment. Okay. Hey Nishkal, did you understand, bro? Hey, reply man. This Nishkal is AFK, I guess. Cricket match is there today. Obviously, Apurva is reacting to it. Someone cut Apurva's cable TV, but she'll still watch on phone. Can't help. Okay. ये सब जेठालाल का नहीं चलेगा इस दुनिया में. Okay. Understood what I'm doing. I find the vowels. For every vowel which I encounter in my input string, I replace with this last vowel. Replace it with this guy. Then for the next vowel, replace it with this guy. Right. For the next vowel, replace it with this guy. This is Navya's approach. Okay. From her, I understood. I did some very smart, complicated pointer logic which I can't teach you right now. Right. I wanted to find with. So credit goes to Navya. It's her solution, which is smart. Understood, everybody? So shall I go into the code? Should I show you how it is done? Yes or no? Okay, first we will understand how will we find the vowel string. Okay, let's say I have something like geek. So if I want to find the vowel string, I'll go from here. Like this I'll go. Okay, you can come from back also, but that is not necessary. Like this will go. G, is G a vowel? No. E is a vowel. Append. Again E is a vowel. Append. K is not a vowel. S is not a vowel. Okay. A is a vowel. Append. O is a vowel. Append. R is not a vowel. U is a vowel. Append. F is not a vowel. Don't. I is a vowel. Append. G is not a vowel. Don't append. Okay. A is a vowel. Append. This is a vowel string. This is same as that spacing thing, Only thing here is that you have to know what these operators are now. Do you know what OR operators are? Logical OR operators. Everybody? Anybody who doesn't know? Everybody knows. Amisha, you know. Kritika, you know. Everybody. Yesterday Anish taught them, so they know. Anybody who doesn't know, Navya knows. Please. Okay, fine. Rest of the class is not here. No, rest class it seems. Rest of the people are not here. Okay. So if any of these conditions are true, if this condition is true, immediately this will execute. Right. If the character, okay, she has used for each loop. What I'll do is I'll convert it into this thing. I less than n, I plus plus. See, I've stored the size of the string in this variable n. Okay, so that I can reuse everywhere. Simply I need not write s dot size everywhere. Okay, fair enough. So I can just keep this character which is there at everything in c is equal to s of I. Can I do this character which I am standing at? Or you could write s of I directly here also, but again you see that is tedious, doesn't look good. C is equal to a, like this I can write. Yes or no? Reply. 10 more minutes and we end the session. Okay, c is equal to s of I. If c is equal to a, c is equal to e, c is equal to I, or c is equal to o, c is equal to a, e, I, o, u. If the character is any of these, or, append it to my vowel string. Like this, I'll get this string out. Sorry, this string I'll get. If my s was this thing, this string I'll get. Okay. Now you see the tricky part. Int m is equal to vowels dot size minus 1. I did okay. What does this give me? Which is this index? Tell me. Vowels dot size minus 1. Isn't this index? Yes or no? Hmm? This is this is that index. Ooh. Hmm? This is that index. What I'll do is now I'm going to iterate into my original string again. I'm going to iterate into s again. Now every time I get to know that it is not a vowel. Okay, if it is not a vowel, I'm going to just add that character into my result. That is what I did now. If it is not a vowel, G is not a vowel, there is no need of any swap now. So just put G into my result. E, aha, it is a vowel. Now I have to replace E with A. So I'll just append A to my result. I'll go front. Again an E. Now I have to replace this E with this I. I'll put a I here. I'll come to K. K is not a vowel, just put it here. S is not a vowel, just put it here. A is again a vowel. Now we have to replace it with this guy U. I'll put U here. I'll come to F, not a vowel, put F. O, it is a vowel. Now we have to replace it with this guy, no? So this guy I'll put here. Can't you see my pointer at this M pointer is shifting after each time I append a vowel from here, no? A I'll put here, then I'm immediately going to bring this guy here. For the next vowel, this guy will be the replacement for it. That is the logic. Understood? This is a smart work, how you do it. Understood, everybody? Everyone else? Understood? You have to code this up, okay? Until then, session se nikalne ka nahi. Pataka, you shouldn't do, no. It's a bit lengthy code. I'll share the code here in the text channel. You have to code it up. Okay, it's easy. Huh? Screen, hey, Anish, is the screen visible, bro? Shamita, is the screen visible? Okay. So you all understood now what this is doing. Now see the code. You are traversing into your in your S. You are traversing again. You store your processing character in a character variable char c. Hmm? Now if c is not equal to a, it's not equal to a. Okay, and again next condition you are also checking. If it is not equal to e, and if it is not equal to I, and if not equal to 0 o, if it is not equal to u, which means this c is guaranteed it is not a vowel if it meets all these conditions, right? So you have to just append it to your result, don't you think? Your result is initially put as empty string, correct? Yes or no? Amisha, did you understand? Shreya? Oh. Okay. And else if it is a vowel, now comes the main part. If it is a vowel, huh? If it is either a or either e, either I, either o, either u, we need. So sorry about that. I can't help it. Okay. So if it is a vowel, what you do is you do res is equal to res plus vowels of m. I told you, no, m is pointing to where? M is pointing here, right? M is pointing here. So this character will come and get appended to my result. I append it to my result and I decrement m back. So when now initially it was pointing here, now it is going to point here now. Next here m. Understood? Now when you encounter, let's say, this vowel, this character is put into my result. See? Understood? Yes or no? Any doubt, ask me. Yeah, yeah. See it properly what is happening. At the end, after you do all the processing for each and every character, you return your result back because your function was asking a string object back. Uh-huh. Maybe it's your network issue, Shamita. You exit and come back again. Okay. See, as I told you, you have, what do you say, you have this string. For this you find the vowels which are there, which is E, O, A, I, E and U. E, O, A, I, E, U. We have to swap this with this guy, this with this guy, right? O with this guy, right? And A remains as it is. Where it is, it will remain there only. Correct. So whenever you encounter this G, it's not a vowel, so directly you append it to your result. Okay. Now you encounter E. For this E, you are sure that you have to find the farthest vowel and put it here, no? So can't you say that farthest vowel is this guy, where I have pointed my M pointer to? M is equal to vowels dot size minus 1 I have done, if you see here. See? This is where it is pointing to. So when I find E, I'll put U. Then I'll make my M, which was pointing here, I'll make it point to this guy. Next, for now, when you find E, it is a vowel, you'll put this guy now. See, for this E, this guy was the swapper, right? For this E, this U was the swapper. Now this is done. I'll remove this guy out. I'll point my M1 position back. Right, this thing is processed. Now K comes. K is not a vowel. Put K here. S is not a vowel. Put S here. No problem. If F is not a vowel, put F here. No problem. Now O. See, for O, I is the swapper, which is here. Your M is pointing to that guy. Put I. Make this M now point to this guy. Okay. Now, what do you say? O is done. A is. R is not a vowel. Put it here. A. It is a vowel, and this is the swapper. It is swapping with itself. It is the middle, no, of a vowel string. If you see, middle guy is not swapped with anyone if it's a odd length string. A remains A. Now your M points to this guy, right? A is done. Now for I am going to, what happened? I I'm going to swap with O, right? So O comes. F is not a vowel. Put F. E is swapped with E. Now this G is not a vowel. G remains as it is. This U is swapped with this E. Like this you are going to build your string back. This is your resultant string, basically. Easy, no? Just think for a second, consume it properly. Then tell me, did you understand or not? Everybody else understood what I meant? Shamit, the screen was visible, no? Yeah, that is the else if part, no? This is the else if part, right? See? Else if part, if it is a vowel, what I am doing is res is equal to res plus vowels of M. Vowels of M means vowels के string में mth position. See, mth position was initially m minus 1. Sorry, m minus 1, right? This I have encountered here. It was pointing here, right? Here. This character you will get when you do vowels of M. That you are going to append to your result. Then you are going to move your pointer one position back. That is what is happening. Yeah, you should go through the code again. You'll understand what I was meaning. Send you the code. Code this up, okay? Code this up and put it in solution submissions. Everybody should know that you guys are serious about it now. Everybody understood? Got a idea on how the logical part of it is going? Yes or no? Only Apurva got to know. Rest of you? Only Nishkal is off. He missed the important question today. Well, no matter, no problem. Let him watch the recordings.